We're back with another stadium tour. This is our third one this year, third one of our Southeast U.S. road trip.
Or the past 12 days?
12 days, and we're going home tomorrow.
Yay, to our doggy.
So we went to the Jacksonville Seahawks game yesterday, drove to Atlanta today to watch the Falcons play the Buffalo Bills.
At Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
At Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So
we're going to rate on a scale of 1 to 10 across 5 categories to see what our overall experience was like, if you haven't seen that before. And the first category is architecture and design of the stadium. No peeking?
I'm not peeking. 9.
All right.
I think you have a boner for the stadium, so you should go.
Oh, I'm not familiar with that term.
You're excited by it.
So I am pretty excited about it.
And you were excited going into it. Like, you knew more about the stadium than I did.
Yeah, and I really liked walking up to the stadium, just how it overall looked. I like the angles. I don't know what the overall design is, how you would describe it.
I mean, it's spherical-ish.
But even the layout around the property leading up to the stadium, I kind of liked how they had it terraced and an area for people to do the tailgating and things like that. The stadium itself is just gorgeous. I think so, inside and out. I really liked walking around the concourse areas. We always tend to do that and get our steps in. Walk the main concourse, 200 level, 300 level. You can walk all 3 levels all the way around. Inside the stadium, I really appreciated the endless viewing platforms for fans all over the place, on all the different levels. Did not realize going in, open air, over the field, there's a little circle
with a roof that can close.
Close, which was a nice touch. I was pretty blown away overall, and didn't rate it a perfect 10 simply, and it might have been for the same reason as you. And we had nosebleed seats. We were up towards the top, which I would say still a really good vantage point of the field for watching the game. The downside, and the thing that didn't make it a perfect 10 for me, was the main scoreboard circular screen.
Yeah.
We were too high up to see. It was kind of cut off, and the QR codes, things they did throughout the game, and the highlights, you had to kind of duck down. Even then, you couldn't really see, and didn't really have another alternative. What about you?
Well, agree. Yes, it's a beautiful stadium from the outside, and like going in, I was skeptical because the only other enclosed stadium we've been to was State Farm, and I did not like it at all. It felt claustrophobic and enclosed, and this one did a lot better of a job of like with the open roof and then like more windows on the outside, and then like you had opportunities to like look out at the skyline, and like you didn't feel like you were just in this, I don't know, torpedo or something. Like that's what it felt like.
Kind of looked like a spaceship. State Farm. I had a better experience at State Farm than you did, I think. But this one, I would agree, on windows on both sides. You're walking around. You can go and look outside, look at the surrounding area, the skyline, or poke your head in, see the field. Yeah,
the Falcon statue outside was really, really cool, and I always love it when they kind of have like, this is the team, like kind of identifying local factor. I will say, like, the other side of the stadium, you couldn't even tell it was really Falcons. Like, there was like one skinny little banner that said like home of the Falcons, and there was nothing else. It was very clearly, this is Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and like we like cars and shiny shit, and like they had cars everywhere.
Do you want to buy a Mercedes?
I don't. I don't. But it was cool. The thing that really made it higher for me was all of the small like attention to detail. Like the bathrooms were really nice. Like they have the paper towels next to the sinks, like at each individual sink, so you're not like having to walk with wet hands over to like a drying station. It's a really small thing, but like after a 3-hour game, a bathroom of women, it gets kind of gross. There were lots of seating areas around the stadium where you could sit and like eat your food and watch the game on televisions that were like all over the whole stadium. The different viewing decks that you could watch the game outside of your seat, which is always kind of a nice option.
And stand-up tables that also had ADA lower levels for just plopping down and having your food.
Yeah, and there were like little like kind of like bar areas that you could look out, but they also had like fun seating areas. There was one that had shuffleboard. There was a ton of like artwork throughout the stadium. And one of the things I really appreciated was like every level got attention and it had different stuff on every single level. Very often the top deck doesn't get a lot.
It's kind of an afterthought.
It's an afterthought. It's like bare bones. You don't see all the food vendors. You don't have flashy, fun things. But this one, the whole top concourse had the Ring of Honor, and it had like featured different past legends and players and coaches and stuff from the team, which I appreciated.
I would agree. Even on the upper deck, nosebleed section fans, walking the concourse, they had like an Atlanta Falcons logo lit up on the ceiling, and it just all those little details along the way.
And I have in the comments of this, or the description of this video, I'm going to have a link to our Facebook post that has more pictures. It was really cool.
And walking around, it seemed like they had lots of different sections. I wouldn't really call them like neighborhoods or something, but the different feel as you walk through the concourse. And the seating areas, I mean, you'd probably have to spend some pretty pennies and drop
like
some
for the club
bills for the
suites
club suites.
Yeah.
Because even on like the main concourse level, they had those like booths with mini fridges and snacks and little tablet screens and things like that for the higher end seating areas and stuff. But really, from what I could tell, there wasn't really a bad seat in the house. Even in the nosebleeds, we had a great experience.
Except for the screen thing.
The screen thing, which is the only thing that kept it from being like a perfect 10 for me.
Yeah. I think that was my thing. I feel like there was something else that I can't remember. Oh, yes, there was escalators, which is always
all over the place.
All over the place. And they like changed directions for like exiting, which is nice.
But even walking around the stadium, they had the Ring of Honor for players, sure, but they had dedicated sections for like honoring service employees. They had one for girls flag football in the area.
So high school football.
High school football. They honored high school football. So like I think they dedicated areas of the stadium and architecture and design to kind of connect to the local community and stuff.
That's like community is the word that comes to my mind. Is like it felt like they had a very strong identity, which I think is really cool. Yeah. So
anyway.
Yeah.
We have 4 other categories.
I know, but like that one was a big one. Like that's the like what Mercedes-Benz Stadium is like known for.
I mean, honestly, it was jaw dropping. I mean, it was beautiful around every turn. It was just awesome. There was
like I was like, oh my god, stop! I have to take a picture of that. Like it was like, oh my god, look at that! Oh my god, look at that! It was really really cool. So.
All right. So second category.
Location and surrounding area.
Oh, matchy.
Twinning. As is much of our favorite stadiums, it is located basically downtown. And we stayed at a hotel that was downtown, so we were able to walk to the stadium. It was less than a mile.
Super easy.
And it was an easy walk. Like, it wasn't annoying now that I'm thinking about, like, we were just in Jacksonville. It was a little bit annoying with, like, the narrow sidewalks and stoplights, like, constantly. This was really easy because there was a lot of like just pedestrian pathways without traffic.
And a few blocks from our hotel, we got to walk through Centennial Park, Olympic, sculptures and things. Summer Olympics here in Atlanta. And then, we took a pit stop at College Football Hall of Fame, which was fun. Us, we didn't need an excuse to get more into the football mood because
it was nice.
We've been doing that for the past 12 days, but it was really fun to spent some time there on the way to the stadium.
Yeah. And it looked like it was very close to public transportation. Like
Highways.
the Mardo's right there. There was lots of parking. It looked like, I mean,
Yeah, they had a major bus transfer station right
yeah.
outside, and it looked pretty well organized
Yeah.
from what I can tell.
The only like reason that I didn't rank it higher is because there wasn't really a ton right around the stadium immediately, like to do. Like we didn't walk by any like bars or restaurants
Maybe
or
a
anything.
few, but yeah.
It was
Waffle House, walked by Waffle House.
There was a Waffle House, but like not like right around like the core of the stadium where people may be pre-gaming. I mean, there was definitely like tailgating and stuff. We'll talk about that, but I like to see just like a little bit more.
Yeah.
But we're kind of spoiled with Occidental.
And maybe if we had spent more time exploring, we would have found some of those little pockets. It just we took 2 different routes, walking there and back. Didn't really see anything jumped out at me as far as like lots of restaurant options and things. But I don't think you needed food options outside the stadium.
No, which is a great segue to our third category, which is food.
All right.
I think we might twin again.
Are you? We'll see.
I swear we didn't plan this.
No. Why is food's important to you? So
10 out of 10. They knocked it out of the park. There was an amazing selection, amazing quality. So some things that are important to us is like things that are unique. So there was like Dirty Bird wings, and there were some barbecue places, and I don't know, there was a cheesesteak place. I don't know if that's that unique, but there were like some interesting. Okay, so the first thing we got was hibachi. Like, I've never seen hibachi, and we've been on the road for 12 days now, and we're just like, oh my god, vegetables. Like, something just on the grill really quick that's not deep fried. It sounds amazing.
And
so
it was the first thing we had, and I didn't really have high expectations other than veggies sound really good.
Yeah.
And it tasted amazing.
It was amazing. Like, whatever sauce they give you to put on it,
Garlic,
and it tasted really fresh, and it was fast. Granted, it was like right when the stadium opened. But yeah, it was so good. So like there were little things like that. There was a Euro place. There was a roti like place that had like bowls. There was a quinoa bowl somewhere. Like there were so many options, and you had your classics like burgers and hot dogs and pretzels and all of that stuff. The other thing is that the quality was very good. Like it tasted good. It tasted fresh. We got so we had the hibachi first. Like when we first got there 2 hours before the game.
Highly recommend.
After the first quarter, we shared a grass-fed burger with like caramelized onions and white cheddar cheese on it, and
it tasted phenomenal.
And garlic Parmesan fries. It was probably the best burger I've ever had in a stadium.
And price-wise, across the board for what you get, I was really impressed with. Like that burger, it was like $11, $11.50
which
or something, which
is
for a sporting
good
event.
And the Parmesan garlic fries were so good. You didn't need any like sauce or anything with them. And then the third thing we had was the Dirty Bird wings, because I kind of wanted like one of the signature dishes, and they were really good. Dry rub wings, like cooked perfectly, which is crazy for stadium food. Like.
And
I was blown away.
We somehow split an order of 6, but
I could have annihilated a whole nother order or two.
Those were awesome.
And then my last point, and then I have 2 more points. Then there were lots of vegan and vegetarian and even gluten-free options, good ones.
At almost every place you can get food, they highlighted those options being available. Like it wasn't like you had to go to a special stand.
No, they had vegan mac and cheese. Oh, they had a grilled cheese place too. And like a veggie burger, and like there was stuff everywhere, which I thought was really awesome. And then the other point is the souvenir cup. So we got to experience the souvenir cup in Charlotte, which was cool, and you got unlimited refills
for $10.
For $10, and then in Jacksonville we got the souvenir cup, but you had to pay for refills. It was $10 for the cup, and then $7 something for the refills. $4 for the souvenir cup and unlimited refills
all over the stadium.
Super accessible, tons of options. I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's great. And they have lids. We forgot to include this in our Jacksonville video that they didn't give you lids or straws, which was annoying when you're walking.
Better for the environment, but annoying when you're trying to get to your seat and stuff.
Yeah. So I think that's all my thoughts on the food, which is my favorite category. So I'm really excited about this, if you can't tell.
Well, you covered it pretty well. I have nothing else to add other than everything I ate was really tasted really good. I felt lots of value for the money, and I almost just wanted to keep eating even after I was full and keep going to the
just to experience it,
because they had so many options.
Yeah, there was
to choose from.
Like, I don't know, fourth quarter, the row in front of us, some guy came back with like a grilled cheese and meat sandwich, like roast beef.
He was so excited.
And it came with like a little cup of au jus. Like, how freaking fancy are you that you have like au jus at a football game? Like, I loved it.
He was
I thought it was cool. Yeah. So.
All right. Well, fourth category, fan base and energy, and little asterisk. This was a Monday Night Football game.
It's Monday Night Football.
So a little out of the ordinary.
Is that out of the ordinary?
For some of the games we go to,
I feel this. This is our first time going to a Monday Night Football game, but like, I don't know.
All right. Fan base and energy. Oh my
God.
You gotta be kidding me.
Go ahead, since I've been a chatterbox.
No. I mean, it didn't seem like it was that full throughout the game. And at first I thought, oh, maybe it's because their overall record, they have a strong opponent coming into town. But for the fans that were there, it was loud. Throughout the game, they seemed really engaged. Pre-game, there were lots of tailgaters outside. Music everywhere. Different DJs outside the stadium, inside the stadium. They were dancing, they were cheering. They would cheer on third down and try to make noise. Funny thing for me, and I think you noticed it as well, they played the Buffalo Bills, and I've never been to a game with the Bills Mafia, but they brought the energy as well. It seemed like they were louder than the Falcons fans at times. But the Falcons ended up winning, so it was an exciting game for the home team. Mm-hmm. And even after the game, they were singing, dancing, cheering. I felt there was a high level of energy in the stadium throughout the game that kind of pulled me in and kept me engaged when I wasn't looking at the Mariners score on my phone. Second game of the ALCS, I was a little distracted myself, but yeah, fan base and energy. I thought it was better than average. Mm-hmm. Just not into the 8, 9, 10 category.
Yeah, I feel like if there had been more Falcons fans, it would have been higher. There was a lot of Bills fans, which is great. And they had good banter between the two of them. Like the fans that we were around and like walking around the concourses and stuff. Like there friendly was definitely banter. Yeah, it was friendly. Like it was very good natured, which I appreciate. I don't like it when it gets mean, but
the smack talking right in front of us
is hilarious.
I wish we had recorded some of it.
I know there was a guy who was a Falcons fan with his son and friend who are Bills fans, and it was hilarious. The
Falcon fan, he just
very vocal,
really great smack talking, just one after another. We were just busting a gut right behind him. It was hilarious. It was fun. Yeah,
I did like that they had like the little nest area with like fans that obviously like coordinated, like they were mostly all wearing white, and they had the push-up guy. The push-up guy was kind of fun.
And some of that kind of spills into the next category. I think production. So like what the organization does to make it game day event memorable and whatnot. Maybe we won't be matchy on this one.
Is this gonna be where we diverge?
We'll see. Oh my goodness.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
That's not always the case.
No, because we're human. Yeah, so even like from when we first arrived, so we like to get to games early so we can experience all like the pregame stuff, tailgating. They had the Home Depot backyard was kind of their pregame thing. It was awesome. It was huge. There was all these little areas. There was like stuff for kids. There were drinking areas. There was
tires,
music. There
axe
was
throwing.
Axe throwing, yeah. It was cool. The one thing I will say is that there was one area of the backyard pregame that they would not allow us to enter because we were wearing an opposing team's.
Even though we weren't the team they were playing.
Yeah. They said, nope, you have to go away. It was a bummer because that area looked really cool. It was kind of where that nest group
that overlooked the rest of the tailgating area.
Yeah, and they had some like cool like photo op stuff.
And a food truck and some
yeah,
other things.
Yeah, it looked really cool, but we weren't allowed to go in, which I didn't like. We've been to now 9 different stadiums, and this is the first time that we haven't been allowed into an area because of who we're rooting for.
But there were other options
There's
for tailgating.
Plenty of other
outside
options.
the stadium.
But still, that was like our first place that we made a beeline for. And to get shut down made me a little salty.
And we didn't know this at first because we went into the stadium and then we noticed that it kind of looked like there were people milling outside by the Falcon statue. Mm-hmm. And what we discovered was that you can enter the stadium and then go back outside into that one area, that one patio area where the Falcon is. And they had another DJ and face painting and things for kids to do and stuff, which
photo
I thought
things.
was...
Yeah, they had the bobblehead statue things. And...
I really liked that as an option because in a lot of the stadiums we've been to, you have to choose either spend more time outside at the tailgating pre-game fan area or head into the stadium.
Yeah, this was a good like in between.
In between, it had kind of the hybrid option that I really liked. And then production-wise, I think, I mean, it was an event.
Yeah.
It felt like. Yeah. They had break dancers.
A
Full
pregame.
Marching band.
Well, it was a small marching band, but it was a marching band. There wasn't a theme for this game, like,
Salute to service or something like that.
Yeah, it was just a normal Monday Night Football, but they had I'm blanking on his name.
Oh,
J. Start with the J.
I can't remember.
Anyway, some rapper that I had never heard of before, but it was actually pretty good. As like the halftime show, and it was like a production. Like you almost felt like it was like a little mini Super Bowl halftime show. Like they went out, like they drove a car on the field, a Mercedes, of course, and they had like dancers and like it was a big thing. That's the like most done up halftime show
that we've seen.
Yeah. And then like during TV timeouts, they had this other rapper that was
and they had multiple artists, so they had a stage on one end of the stadium, and during TV timeouts they featured different artists. And it was only about 90 seconds, but one of them was a little girl playing the drums and who killed it. She was so awesome. And
other thing, I'm gonna interrupt you, was the national anthem. They had a guy playing the saxophone.
I wish I could remember his name, but
it was I'm sure we can go look it up, but it was amazing. Like
it was incredible.
He was so good, and I loved it. It just felt again like that kind of community on theme, like on brand with the Atlanta, love of music and culture, and it just...
And they had big name artists that are watching the game that they put up on the screen, but I think they featured local artists throughout the game. I thought that was a really neat touch.
Yeah, it was really good. And like the screen stuff was good. They did the hat thing, which I always like.
Which you're on a winning streak, 2 in a row.
I am, yeah. And I don't know, like we kind of mentioned this in the design of like how we couldn't see the circular screen all the way because of where our seats are. And this is, I think, production related, that there was another screen that was like a long skinny screen over on one of the end zones that we had full visibility of the whole time. And I feel like that screen could have been better utilized.
It's mostly ads.
It was mostly ads, which I know you got to do what you got to do, like make money, sure, fine. But like you could have had some more things on there engaging, or like they had stats and stuff that were up on the big screen that like we couldn't see half of them. Like it would have been so easy to also just throw them down on this little skinny screen. That would have been nice. My other complaint was the bass.
A little too much bass.
It was,
at least up top in the.
it was a little
rafters
much. The
where we were
sound was not primo, but
So we didn't mention mascots. Fun.
Oh, he was
they
cute,
had, yeah, full mascot, and then little kid mascot,
yeah.
little, Falcon,
and they were funny and like engaging.
Beginning of the game, pre-game, mascot drops in on a bungee cord and gets slowly lowered to the field. I mean that was really
about
cool.
that.
And you've mentioned before you don't tend to like indoor stadiums because they can't have fireworks, and they had fireworks.
They did. They were smallish fireworks, but they were
Smallish,
fireworks.
but they had fireworks indoors and whatnot, made it fun. But yeah, just the music selection throughout. I think whoever the DJs are,
There was only
I
one.
think did really well.
There was only one situation that I was like, this could have been better. Was that they did a sing along, like, and the song choice was just not that great of a song for singing along.
Yeah, Jacksonville went with Bon Jovi, "Living on a Prayer,"
Which was
everyone
awesome.
Excited.
This one, everybody was like,
What? It was Moonlight Dance.
Dancing in the moonlight.
Dancing in the Moonlight.
Yeah, and it was just
too soft and slow.
Yeah.
But the fans rose to the occasion and got as involved as they could with that one. But
yeah,
Falcons rise up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it was good.
Kind of stuck to that one. But yeah, I think overall the organization did a really good job with production, making it seem like an exciting event to be at, which complemented the stadium itself and the food and all that stuff. It was just overall a really good experience.
They were good at getting the energy up, especially third downs, and the announcer was good. And
we didn't get to see the Seahawks play there, but I'm really happy we went. It was really great overall gaming experience, stadium atmosphere, Fanbase Energy food, so yeah.
So overall thoughts, like,
yeah, highly recommend.
Yeah.
Would I don't know if I would make the cross country trip just for a one-off unless it was Seahawks road game or something like that, but as far as football stadiums and atmospheres and overall experiences, this one just took the cake, I think. It was excellent.
Yes,
so
excellent.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Fun.
I think everybody should go to a Falcons game.
Indeed.
And eat the dirty bird wings.
And any of the other food options.
Yeah.
Because, everything we tried was just
stellar. I wish I could have tried more. We might have to go back just to, like, eat different things. They had
that'd be an expensive
burnt
food to
and mac and cheese that sounded good too, that we didn't get to, but that's okay. What's up next?
Ooh, next up we have to take a month off from going to football games. I'm excited
to do some adulting,
see our dog, and I should probably go back to work for a bit. But we're gonna go down to Los Angeles from Seattle and see a Seattle Seahawks Los Angeles Rams game in SoFi. So we're both really looking forward to that.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting comparing Mercedes-Benz Stadium, which has been the best so far, I think, to the next one, which also
it's highly ranked, and
so
and they also have the circulars.
We'll find out. Oh gosh, I
no
don't know.
spoilers.
No spoilers.
I don't pay close enough attention when I am watching football games at like what the stadium looks like. So
all right, we won't spoil it then.
Yeah,
you'll just have to tune in.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks for watching.